Your Psychic Powers and How to Develop Them by Hereward Carrington. Chapter 11. Color and its Interpretation. In the last chapter we learned that there is a psychic atmosphere or aura surrounding each animate object, and particularly human beings, and that both the structure and the color of this varies greatly. We must now inquire first into the nature of these colorings, and secondly try to solve the question, what do they mean? How are we to interpret these colors, realizing that they are but symbols of something which they merely express? The color of every individual is doubtless somewhat different, and with the same individual it differs at various times, according to his state of health, the mental and psychical changes, etc. The majority of highly developed clairvoyants agree, however, with C.W. Leadbeater that the following colors may be distinguished, and that they signify the existing physical, mental, and spiritual conditions as follows. The meaning of various colors. Black indicates hatred and malice. Anger and hate thought forms are like heavy smoke. Red. Deep red flashes on black ground show anger. Lurid red indicates sensuality. Brown. Dull brown red shows avarice. Dull hard brown gray selfishness. Greenish brown, with red or scarlet flashes, denotes jealousy. Gray. Heavy leaden shows deep depression. Livid gray shows fear. Crimson indicates love. Orange, pride or ambition. Yellow shows intellectuality. Duller tints show it is used for selfish purposes. Green. Deep blue-green shows good qualities, deep sympathy, while gray-green shows deceit and cunning. Blue. Dark indicates religious feeling. Light blue shows devotion to a noble spiritual ideal. White or near white shows high spirituality. Dull brown and blue show selfish religious feeling. Dull yellow, low type intellect. Apricot shows pride. Brick red indicates selfish affection and avarice. Light and bright red show pure affection. Grayish green with reddish tinge shows deceit. The health aura is clearly visible to the clairvoyant as a mass of faintly luminous violet-gray mist, interpenetrating the denser part of the human body and extending very slightly beyond. It is easy to understand how almost infinite may be the combinations and modifications of all these hues, so that the most delicate graduation of character, or the most evanescent of mingled feelings, may be expressed with the greatest accuracy. Many of the colors are unknown to our physical faculties, so that it is impossible to picture them with psychic hues. When a clairvoyant sees these colors in the aura or surroundings of an individual, therefore, he may feel that the characteristica indicated are present, and the same thing is true when they are to be seen in the surroundings of a returning spirit. The 7 auras surrounding man. When the advanced student carefully studies the human aura, he will find that there are a number of straight, white, very fine lines emanating from the body, and particularly the head, which resemble rays of white light. These are magnetic rays, which do not deal directly with the psychical condition of the subject. The innermost aura will be found to consist of 5 different colored bands. The first will be pure white, the second light blue, the third darker blue, the fourth lemon yellow, the fifth dark red. The second layer of the aura will be found to be bluish violet merging into rose. Those two interpenetrate one another, forming very beautiful combinations. The third layer consists of 3 cloudy zones, the first pink, the second violet, and the third orange. The fourth layer consists of green cloud-like waves tinged with yellow, resembling the golden edges of clouds behind which the sun is shining. The fifth will be seen to be slate or indigo in color with silver edges. The sixth will consist of a beautiful light blue, with a whitish golden fringe. The seventh or outermost aura will be seen to be a grayish mist of a light violet tint. The outer aura completes the auric emanation of man, and is the outer shell, as it were, consisting of the so-called auric egg surrounding every human being, of which more will be said later. Changes in the colors. When a golden yellow light is seen about the head, it may be assumed that such an individual has great intellectuality combined with spirituality, and in some cases it has been said that this contains a cloud of gold dust. each speck revolving spirally on itself. These colors of various auras are not unchanging, as before said, so that the student must not expect to see them exactly as described. They are greatly modified by the mental and psychical condition of the subject, and the thoughts and emotions which the latter may be experiencing at the time of observation will also affect the aura. The colors of thoughts. Thus fear gives rise to circles of bright rings, spread out in the form of a cone, of varying shades of grey, pink, and purple. A beautiful devotional thought may be expressed in the form of a star of bluish mist tinged with yellow. Pity may be seen as a reddish-violet cloud, from which issue pointed cones of a brighter pink. Deception will give rise to a steel-blue mist, tinged with pink and taking the shape of any regular spiral. Fear may give rise to balls of grey, pink, and yellow mist, while fear combined with anger will give forth a blackish-grey mist, from which red electrical flashes appear to issue. The auric egg. These colors extend over the whole of the auric egg, and may be seen by the clairvoyant to be influencing it throughout. The auric egg, which is formed round an individual by the atmosphere or aura emanating from him, extends both above and below his body, as well as sideways, and is from 9 to 10 feet in height, and 5 feet in diameter. If the color of this auric egg be examined by a clairvoyant, characteristics of the individual may be clearly defined after the necessary practice and development, and the general character of the subject may be in this way discovered and interpreted. The colors of various individuals. Of course, it is necessary to make a long study of the aura and to attain a good deal of psychic development before all the details contained in this chapter can be discovered by the student in actual practice. Assuming, however, that you have progressed sufficiently in your studies to be enabled to see the aura of any individual, you may proceed to examine the whole auric egg with its varied colors. If you do this, you will find them to be about as follows. A highly developed individual will have a haze of golden light, issuing from the head and extending almost to the top of the egg. Above this will be a faint purplish light. On either side of this golden aura, and issuing upwards and outwards from the shoulders, will be a bluish light which merges into pink as it descends to the breast. From that point to the thighs a pinkish light may be seen, light in some cases, darkish red in others. About the knees this pink shades off into a delicate green, and this green covers the feet and extends downward almost to the lower margin of the auric egg, where it becomes a darkish blue. With less highly developed individuals, these colors will vary according to the table given above. In some cases, the auric egg will be composed almost entirely of greys, greens, and browns. Primary colors and their meanings. In general, it may be said that yellow and any bright clear colors, when seen in the aura of an individual, denote strong vitality and active intellectuality. Lilac, blue, and violet have to do with spiritual characteristics. They are associated with simple, unselfish natures, and with those having spiritual aspirations. Red is directly connected with passions, and particularly anger. Blue is associated with religious feeling, though if too muddy it denotes selfishness. The brighter and clearer the colors, the better, and they should be as clear-cut as possible. Colors shown by spirits or seen clairvoyantly. These colors are not always associated with the human aura or with any human form. They are often seen by psychics who are developing themselves as cloud-like masses or shapes, which form more or less distinctly in front of them, and appear to take the outline of flowers, flashes, etc. Colors are occasionally seen in dreams, but the dream images of most people are colorless, or only light gray, like a shadow. They are in fact such stuff as dreams are made of. In general, these colors may be interpreted according to the laws given above, but the precise interpretation of these symbolic messages is a more difficult question to settle. A spirit, who may be trying to communicate and to give a certain message to a medium, may apply this same method of color symbolism to convey his meaning, but this is often confusing to the psychic and difficult to interpret. We shall come to this question, however, in the next chapter, which is devoted to symbolism. End of chapter 11.